Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, you're welcome. My name is Naomi and it's good to have you here. So today we're talking about how to spot a bad hairstylist. I am of the opinion that if your hair would grow, if your hair would do better, if your hair is going to flourish, it totally depends on your hairstylist. Maybe not 100%, but depends on how frequent you visit the stylist or if you do your hair at home. Welcome back. So choosing a hair salon or a hairstylist can be tough. After all, you're going to be putting your head in the hands of a stranger and you're going to be paying money too, and you don't want to cry after the result. All right, and this can be very challenging. So I'm going to be listing some of the things that I think you should look out for. These are things that are very important to me, and in no particular order. Any one of them could have come first, but I'm just going to start. The first thing I'm going to talk about is cleanliness. One of the things I look out for when I visit this salon is how clean they are. Like, you walk into a salon and there's rice paper left over on the floor, there's dirt everywhere, the towels are dirty, you can see that the towels are going to use on your hair is dirty, or the shampoo area is dirty, or they just finished relaxing someone's hair and the whole place is still messy, nobody has gone to clean it. That's a red flag, man. It means that they're going to use those dirty things on you, like dirty brushes, like combs. You can see people's hair on it and the comb look like they've not washed them in years or months. That's a red flag. Like, honestly, I can't do. Right, so the next thing we're talking about is when you walk into a salon and they told you, oh, you're going to pay 1,000 naira for everything, and by the end of your service they're adding extra charges to it. It's very common among hairstylists in my city. You know, they sort of tell you, oh, we added this to your hair, we flat-toned your hair, we oh, they took light while we were doing your hair, and so we changed to generator, so there's extra 500, there's extra 100 naira to it. I mean, that is just a red flag, because I feel like these people are just out there to collect money and they don't really care about you or their client. So what I like to do is, by the time I'm entering a salon for the first time, I'm asking how much everything is going to cost, like, to avoid confusion and quarrel. Let everybody just be okay that this is the charge, this is how much I'm going to pay, and that's it. Right. The next thing I feel like I want to talk about is products. Some of the product they use on your hair, sometimes I might not be too comfortable with the type of shampoo or with the type of conditioner they're going to be using on my hair. Like, I've hardly ever walked into a salon where they are holding a good shampoo to wash your hair. It's still that Peters from donkey years ago. I'm going to put a picture up here if I can find it for you guys to see. That's what they are all still using. And I know some hairstylists that used to mix that thing, like, it's too thick, they mixed it so it becomes really light. So at the end of the day, it's your hair. At the end of the day, if your hair ends up damaged, trust me, they're not going to blame themselves, they're going to blame you, right? In this country, nobody wants to take blame for anything, right? And which brings me to the next thing: a hairstylist that never ever, takes the blame for a bad job, for a bad hair. Like, when they do hair for you and the hair turns out bad, they never ever want to take the blame or to apologize or to say, oh, I'm sorry, it didn't come out the way you like it, maybe give you a discount, or maybe tell you to come in next time, or the next time you come do your hair, they'll do it for free for you or for half the price. No, they never ever want to take the blame. They push the blame to you and tell you, now you say you won't do that hairstyle, now it's you that said you wanted to do this, and probably you didn't stay for as long as you wanted or something. They just don't ever want to take the blame. That's a red flag. You need to pack your bags and leave and get you a good hairstylist. Right, so when I was talking about cleanliness in the salon, like, right from the moment you walk in, you can tell if this salon is a clean salon or not, like from the tools and everything they're using. The next thing I was going to talk about then was your hairdresser herself or himself, your stylist. Is he a clean person? What does he look like, or she? Is her hair well kept? Does she look good, or is she always looking tacky and looking like somebody that is suffering? I know everybody has, their bad days and where they don't look their best, but if it's something you've noticed more than once or twice, you just know that's a red flag. Which brings me to my next point. Because somebody is a professional hairstylist doesn't mean that they can do your hair perfectly to your liking, right? Some of them can they have like areas of specialization. You get what I'm saying? So if you come to my salon and I only do braids and braids, like you go to my website and I'm always doing braids, and you come to me and you be like you want to do full frontal, maybe I probably have an idea of how to install a frontal, but it's not something I do all the time. There's a very high tendency that it might not come out the way you expect it to, all right, except a miracle happens. But yeah, it is what it is, so watch out for that. Right, so another red flag you should look out for is when you visit a salon for the first time and they're not asking you questions. She just says okay and she goes ahead to start doing what you've asked. That's a red flag, because a good hairstylist should be able to ask you some questions about your hair, like about your hair routine. They should ask questions about your hair, who have done your hair before, questions about your hair, so that they will know how best to treat you and what product to use for you, and all of that. But then again, a lot of them don't ask these questions, so yeah, I mean, like, this list will not be complete if I don't even add this type of hairstylist. The ones that they're always on the phone, they're making your hair, they do like that, and then when the conversation gets heated, they leave you. They tell you, that's if they tell you I'm coming, they just walk away and go and be taking that call and talk while your head is burning and she's taking calls, right? Or she's busy gossiping with her colleagues and all of that. That's a red flag. I don't like anybody that, if you're my hairstylist and you're doing my hair, stay with me till I'm done. Don't leave me unattended to, because something bad can actually happen to my hair or something. It's not just fair. That's a red flag. Run away from that hairstyle. And another thing, I feel like this is so important as well. This is your hairstylist should be nice. They should be polite. They should be able to talk to you as a customer, and vice versa. Basically, I feel like this goes both ways. Some clients come into salons with problems from the house and they want to pour it on the hairstylist or whatnot. Your hairstylist should be nice, they should be polite, they should be able to talk to you well. And if you have any questions about the services or the services they're about to render or whatnot, they should be able to answer your questions, and give you other suggestions. And I feel like your hairstylist should be honest enough to tell you that, I cannot do this hairstyle you want me to do, but I can do something similar, I can do something like this and something like that. Give you suggestions about what they can do. A lot of them just take on anything you bring. Some of them just take on anything, like, I want to do this type of hairstyle, and they look at it and they be like, okay, I can do it, and you don't know whether you can do it very, very well. Some of them say, okay, I can do it, and it turns out right. Some of them just say okay, probably because they need the money, and then they do a very, very bad job. Sometimes we don't even say anything, we just say, oh well. You get up and go home and go and lose in the hair because you didn't like it, and it's just waste of money, waste of time, waste of resources. I don't think I want to put myself through that. So a hairstylist should be honest enough to tell you that I can do this, I can do that, I cannot do that, or this is my area of specialization. I feel like every girl has that one hairstylist that that if it's braids, Mama Amaka can braid, don't worry. If it's braids, I know who to meet. If it's to relax my hair, I know who to meet. If it's to cut my hair, I know who to meet. Like, we have that one person. Like, I feel like every hairstylist have that one area of specialization, like one thing that they know how to do best, and nobody can beat them at it. Do you understand? I also feel like clients should go to the salon with reasonable expectations, because some of you be going to the salon carrying somebody's hair, something you saw on Instagram, and first of all, you don't have the same front hairline like the person, you don't look like the person, and then you want the hairstylist to do magic. It happens all the time. I see it all the time because I'm a makeup artist, and then I get people bring pictures from Instagram and they be like, I want to look like this, and I'm like, it's not possible. First of all, I don't even know what kind of product they use. It's just a picture. The picture is probably edited, and a lot of details are missing, and I don't really know what it is. So I will assure you, first of all, that I can try to recreate it, but it might not look like this, so that your expectation will come down, so at the end of the day, me and you will not fight. All right. These are like small pointers too. Some people like salons that are really, really loud, and there's vibes, everybody's gossiping, and for some people that's a red flag. You're like, oh, if I get up from here now, after my hair, they're going to be talking about me because your hairstylist is probably discussing somebody else. Oh, that's how her husband did this, her husband cheated on her, she told me this, and she's pouring it out, and you might even know the person they're talking about, which is bad because in my city, Benin is so small, like we know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. You get what I'm saying? So if it's like a popular salon and they're talking about one particular girl, trust me, if you think hard enough, you probably know the person. You might not even be friends with the person, but you already know or have an idea of who they're talking about. And for real, I've been in a salon where the girls, the hairstylist, the owner of the salon, and her friends and some of her colleagues were talking about some group of people that I know. I just kept quiet and I didn't say anything, but I heard everything she said, and trust me, I'm nothing will carry me back there. You do understand what I'm saying? Like, but the point is, for some people, that's the kind of salon they like. They like the vibe and everything. But for some other people, that's a red flag. They just want somewhere they can go to do their hair gingerly and go back home. They don't want any noise or any ratchet people looking for trouble. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Alright, so if you're in a city and you're probably looking for how to get your hairstylist, every business owner, majority of them now, they're on Instagram, they're online, they're on social media, so you can actually search for them. And if you're on Instagram and you're looking for a good hairstylist in your city, just use the hashtag. You can use the hashtag hairstylist Benin City. You can use whatever important hashtag that you can use that you think that your hairstylists are probably using. And alright, so I think this will be my last and most important tip on how to spot a bad hairstylist. This one is that hairstylist, when your hairstylist has refused to further her education and they stick to what they learned like for donkey years, that's a red flag, because things are changing every time, and new things, new ways of doing things that you used to do, but a lot more easier and a lot more faster. And this could be in tools, it could be in equipment, it could even be in the actual hairstyle, like the way they would braid your hair before. It might take 1 hour, now they're doing it for less because they now know a new way to do it. Customer service, like when you walk into a salon for the first time, did they greet you at the entrance? Or when you walk, like some salons in this Benin, like it's not as if you're a customer. That's just the point. I feel like they always miss it. You're a customer and you should be treated with utmost respect and love, and like they're excited to have you here. I feel like some of them, they have too many customers, so they're making shakara. So when you went and said, that's how they'll be looking at you like this. This one, when you bring out your hair, probably it's not human hair, they start looking at you, they hold the hair like this. What's this one? This one you want to do? Sometimes they use price to drive you because they don't want to do your hair, because you're not their regular customer. They used to bring bone straight or something. Man, I don't care, man. You're not doing my hair for free. I'm paying you for the services. And once I sense that all of you are being rude and it's as if you have all the money in the world, I will go somewhere else to somebody who wants my money, who respects me, and just treats me like a client. So if your hairstylist is not furthering their education in hairstyling or getting more degrees or knowing more about their work, then that's a red flag, honey. Like, you need to find someone else. But the truth is, they're not a complete finish. So I hope these few things I've shared on this video has been able to help you. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.